You guys, I am so excited about today's video because I am bringing you along with me to thrift for an outdoor summer party tablescape. Now I have a pretty good idea of the color palette, or at least what I would love for the color palette to be. However, if I find something magical that completely derails me, I'm okay with that and I'm going to embrace that. The only thing that I really know for sure is that I want this to feel like summer. I want the table to feel like summer and be this really romantic, intimate setting. So let's head on in there and see what we can come up with. The first thing I noticed walking in are these beautiful crystal drinking glasses. These are stunning and exactly the number that I need too, but spending $30 right off the bat isn't ideal necessarily. I'm okay with spending that maybe closer to the end once I find all of my other table staples, but I'm gonna keep browsing because I actually have my heart set on a tiny pop of color, even if it's something light and sheer. I love the shape of these so much. I can already envision dainty florals inside of these, and for $2.99, I think that I'm going to cart these. These clear candle holders are a set of 2 for $5.99, and I think that they will make a great addition to these other clear pieces that I have. I adore the shape of this vase so much. I've never seen anything like this. I did some research and this is designed by a Swedish art glass manufacturer. Probably worth the money, but not realistic for my budget today. Still a very cool piece and worth showing you all though. This purple vase is very beautiful. I think it's going to be just a little too tall for what I'm going for, but I'm not gonna lie, this color is very hard to pass up on. I like these vintage neutral pink and white plates. I think I'm wanting something a little bit more delicate and dainty though. So I'm gonna put these back and see what else I can find. These round rattan mini chargers would be great for putting little bite-sized appetizers, fruit, or even like bread on a table. I'm not sure if these fit my vision, but for $3.99, I might just get them for a future tablescape. These colorful drinking glasses would be really fun for something, but I'm trying to keep it soft for the most part, and I think that these are going to lean just a little bit too vibrant. So that store was okay. They did not have a lot of colorful things, which is really what I'm looking for. The colorful things that I did find were a little bit too loud. I think that's the only way I can really describe it. So I did get some pretty clear glassware, just like a couple little dainty things. Every single beautiful tablescape has clear glass woven in, and so I feel like I got a few of those things. I am heading on to the next thrift store now, so let's see if we have a little bit more luck. Popping on over to my very favorite thrift antique store, and they had a little miscellaneous section here that didn't have pricing. I do want some candles in this light baby pink color, so I'm gonna cart these. I'm not gonna get them unless they're like 50 cents though, so we'll have to see at checkout. How darling are these little pastel bow candle holders? I feel like I am looking for color and whimsy, but this feels just a little bit too young. These orange sort of iridescent glasses really caught my eye. Unfortunately, they had a prominent fall-oriented sketch on the rim of them, but I thought that they were going to work there for a second. I just found a set of 9 really beautiful, kind of a soft, summery, buttery yellow napkins, and it is, I think, $9. No, $7 for 9 napkins. I think it's gonna be really, really hard to pass up on this, so I'm gonna cart these for sure. Okay, first of all, how adorable is this lettuceware? I don't need this, but I am genuinely obsessed with it. And I also love these Libby rose glasses. Red was not on my radar for today, so I'm going to pass on these, but these are so gorgeous. I found another set of vintage napkins in white for $8. So just $1 a napkin. Such a great deal for something vintage and a little bit more unique. I'm going to stick to my yellow ones because I want some color, but I will certainly be back here to look for napkins in the future whenever I need them. Look at this set. I love the pink, light green, and even the butterflies. I feel like $4 a piece is really fair too. I'm gonna keep looking for China though and see if these will work. And if they do, then I might just come back to these. This is 4 yards of double knitted blue striped fabric. This would make incredible DIY tablecloths in the future, and it's only $10. I do not think that I can leave without this today. I actually really love this sheer shade of blue of these messenger bottles. I'm thinking I'll just remove the cork and use them for some more flowers, and they're only $2.50 a piece, so I feel like that's a pretty good deal. Wowza, this goblet set is my fall and winter dream. This color is so rich and beautiful. It doesn't work for today, but it's got me really excited for the cooler months. Hang on a minute, guys. What do we have here? I'm obsessed. Look at all the beautiful summer colors in these. And it's only $20 for a 20-piece set. This is officially my top contender for China so far. I'm still looking for China just to make sure. I actually like these. I think they're also a great deal for $28 for the set, but the colors are far more muted, and I'm afraid that they aren't going to stand out the way that I really want. So no matter how much I look, I cannot get my heart and my mind off of this. I think this is so beautiful, and it's only a set of 4, but I'm honestly thinking that I have a set at home that looks similar at the rim, and I'm wondering if I can just mismatch them and it'll be okay. I'm hoping. I don't mind mismatching China. I think it looks really beautiful if it's done intentionally. So I think I'm gonna take a risk, and I think that I'm gonna go ahead and get these. Let's move on now to the next location. I'm at Habitat Restore, and usually I have a lot of luck in the furniture section here, but I have noticed that their dishes and glassware is incredibly cheap, so I wanted to quickly check in since I was very close. I didn't get much, but I did grab this very classic vase for only $1. All right, guys, it has been a very long thrifty day, and I am so excited about all of the things that I have gotten. I have gotten the bulk of it. I mean, seriously, I thrifted everything that I needed so far except for drinking glasses. I would have loved to have found some goblets of some sort, like some vintage ones, but every time I found something that seemed like it was potential, it was either not the right color or was insanely expensive. And yeah, we're trying to do this on a budget. So I'm gonna see if Hobby Lobby has anything to offer me, and then I'm also going to look for candles. I love the candles here because I can pick them out individually. They're not very expensive, and I can be a little bit more playful. So let's head on in there and see what we can find. So the first thing I spotted was this pink glassware. I do love the sheer pink color of this a lot, but I don't know why. I just have my heart set on something with a stem, even if it's a form of a wine glass. I love Hobby Lobby's choices of candles. They literally have almost every color you could dream up, and they're only $1.49 each, which honestly, that's what they cost over at the Goodwill or thrift stores most of the time if you find them. I'm just grabbing some random colors that match the china and fit the overall feeling of the summer table. This is where I feel like I'm getting out of my neutral comfort zone and just being a little bit more fun and eclectic today. So I really think I'm gonna ditch the orange one. It feels just too heavy and rustic instead of a vibrant orange. So now I've landed on these mostly soft and airy colors with just one heavier color, which is the hot pink. I've already got two of these gold candle holders back home, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab two more just in case I don't have enough. I love these because they look like vintage brass, but they're very inexpensive and lightweight. Okay, so I could not commit to those pink drinking glasses at Hobby Lobby, knowing that Home Goods was literally right next door. I just had to walk over. So I popped in there, and these are very similar. I actually like the design of these a lot better, but I also like these clear ribbed ones with the gold top too. So I don't know. Let's keep looking and see if there's anything better. It's hard to see on camera, but these had a sheer purple tint to them, which I actually really liked. The only thing holding me back was that they were plastic, and they just didn't feel like they worked with that delicate china that I had purchased. As much as I like those other drinking glasses, I've just got my heart set on something with a stem, and I actually love these, both of these. I like the sheer pink wine glasses along with these blue and white floral detailed ones, and I'm kind of thinking that I might just do three of each and mismatch them, just so the table feels a little bit more diverse. Well, guys, it is setup day, and I have chosen a little romantic woodsy spot nestled between some trees on each side. It feels so picture perfect. I'm just trying to get everything nice and leveled so I can add in these fold out wooden chairs. They aren't all the same. I've got two light ones and then four darker colored wood. So whenever I don't have a full set of matching things, I like to put the oddballs on the ends just to make sure that everything looks cohesive. And I usually do the exact same thing with china too. First things first is obviously a tablecloth. White is always a fabulous choice, no matter what the season is, because it makes for a perfect blank canvas and feels so fresh, especially with all this greenery surrounding us. It's time now to pop on these incredible vintage floral plates. I still cannot believe that I got this entire set for only $20. I showed them to my mom, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna steal them from me. This print is such a dream, and all the little pops of color throughout them are going to make the future add-ons make so much more sense. Since these napkins have a little bit more of a modern geometric shape to them, and the plates are more of like a delicate vintage floral, I am going to take these and I'm going to fold them in half, then I'm going to fold them again, and then I think I'm just going to fold them again just so you can see that nice buttery yellow stripe, but not so much of all the geometric pattern work on it. These are the other plates that I was mentioning in the store that I already had, and to be mismatched, I think that they complement each other very well. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is the floral arrangements for the table. I just popped over to Kroger and got some of their inexpensive flowers. They usually have a lot of selections around this time of year, and I got mostly $8 and under. A lot of them are really cheap. Um, let's see, I did get some green hydrangeas just to give it a little bit more greenery. These were marked down to $2.45 in the reduced section, and got some really pretty buttery yellow carnations to complement those napkins, and then some single stem roses, which are also pretty inexpensive. And I've got all of these really beautiful clear glassware. I've got some blue ones here. I don't know what all I'm going to use yet, but I just wanted to get an assortment so I could play around. I've also got these little teacups that came with the china set, so I might put some flowers in these. I'm not quite sure yet, so let's just play around and see what we come up with. Another surprisingly great place to buy inexpensive flowers is Publix. Mine has a 3 for 15 on certain bundles, and I don't shop at Publix for groceries because I find it pricier, but I do pop in occasionally just to buy flowers. Another thing you can do if you are trying to be even more frugal in a situation like this is to forage your own greenery. Since it's only for one day, it will certainly last the duration of the party in water, and then maybe all you would need is a few additional colorful flowers to pop inside of the greenery. When I went shopping for flowers, I tried to stick with mostly the soft colors inside of the china, but I also knew that I needed a few that really popped, like some hot pinks and vibrant oranges, so that the table didn't feel incredibly washed out with all of this clear glass in the center. Now I'm adding in the colorful candlesticks. When it comes to designing within my home, I do love color, but I mostly stick to things that feel overall neutral. So to get to add all of these summery, whimsical colors feels like such a refreshing artistic treat today. Now that I am officially seeing everything come together, I have no regrets getting these wine glasses to drink out of. Swapping regular drinking glasses for wine glasses is a classic styling trick that instantly elevates a table setting. Even if you're only having water or lemonade, there is just something about it that makes a casual gathering feel so much more special. And I always like to say it's about the experience, not about what's in the glass. For some reason, when I personally look at the china, the orange flowers stand out the most to me. So, in order to really tie that in, I just decided to add an organic touch to the table by adding in a few sliced oranges throughout. And I can't think of anything more summery than a beautiful sliced orange. All we need to do now is light the candles and look closely, guys, because the most gorgeous yellow butterfly came to visit as we were filming. How sweet is that for this occasion? And here is the finished look. I just love how light, airy, whimsical, and romantic this turned out. To me, it really has a minimal midsummer soul about it. I hope you enjoyed creating this tablescape with me, and I also hope that it inspired you to create something that is uniquely beautiful, one of a kind, mixing old and new, something that's out of your comfort zone and without spending a lot. Let me know which part of the table was your favorite, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.